Hey, Roseville High School, Mr. Bettin, your principal here, and I want to take a couple of minutes on announcements today, talk about three very important things at Roseville High School, our core values. And I just wanted to go over these with you for a moment. That first value we have is responsibility, which means purposely taking ownership in your school and your educational goals by doing what you're expected to do and being where you're expected to be. Let's really emphasize that last point for a minute, that being where you are expected to be. One of the things that you are going to start to see next week is a drastic increase in the number of tardy sweeps we are doing, because I'll be quite honest with you, we are not doing our best job as a whole school community of living up to this first value and that latter part of that definition of being where we're supposed to be. And that's that first step to success in school, and really as we're preparing you for life outside of school, life after high school, being where you're supposed to be is that first step just for everything that you're going to do once you leave high school. So again, I want to take a minute and reemphasize that value of responsibility, and that next week you will see a drastic increase in those tardy sweeps. So if you have not been doing your best to be responsible and get to class on time, let's make sure we get that started ASAP. Our second value, incredibly important with the age all of you are at, is healthy decisions. And that's purposely choosing positive behaviors that promote the physical and emotional well-being of yourself and others. As teenagers, you guys are surrounded by a tremendous amount of peer pressure. As adults, we've all been through it. And we recognize a lot of that peer pressure nowadays may lead to unhealthy choices, unhealthy behaviors. Right? Those can lead to poor habits. Those can lead to detrimental things in your life. It's incredibly important to us that we're living up to that value of healthy decisions with what we do, what we put into our bodies, what we choose not to put into our bodies, and even our interactions with each other, to make sure you're supporting yourself, your physical health, others' physical health, and everyone's emotional well-being as well. It's a huge value, a huge life skill that you got to pay attention to as you become just a high school student and move on into full adulthood. And this last value, incredibly important. All right. Purposely helping to create an environment that reflects responsible and healthy decisions by being safe. Every single one of us at Roseville High School is entitled to feel safe at school. There's not a student, there's not an adult that is not entitled to that. And every one of us has a role in helping to purposefully create that environment through our actions, through being responsible, through making healthy decisions to help create that environment of safety every one of us has the right to, and every one of us deserves to have as part of our school experience. So I just want you to think about these core values. They are core values we have here at school. They are great core values to carry with you beyond high school, and reflect on how well you are living up to those and what personal goals you may be able to set to continue to strive towards living up to all of them.
Can you share a little bit about how the core values build on each other?
Absolutely, I can. These core values were designed to purposefully build off each other. In fact, if you look at the definitions, you can see purposely is in every single one of the definitions. The idea being, if you're being responsible, you're going to be making healthy decisions. If you're being responsible, you're going to be making decisions that promote the safety of the school. Same thing, if you're making safe decisions, you're going to be making healthy decisions. You're going to be making responsible decisions. If you're making healthy decisions, you're making responsible decisions, you're making safe decisions. This was done on purpose because we didn't want to give everyone three separate values and skills to focus on, but we wanted to take three interconnected ideas that are really key to just success in life after high school, success in adulthood, and purposely connect those for everyone as things to strive for, things to live up to.
And the next question is, how do you think these core values will help students in the future, like outside of school?
That's a great question. You know, as a principal here, I hire an awful lot of people. These are qualities that I look for, and any employer is going to look for in the students that they hire, or in the employees that they hire. It's also, when we're not doing these things, tend to be reasons why we might dismiss an employee or fire an employee. So we're teaching some real life skills for the workplace. Those of you that are going on to college, you're going to need these exact same skills. You get a lot more freedom in college than you do in high school, just like you get more freedom in high school than you did in middle school. You've got to be responsible. You've got to be striving to live up to that value. You've got to be making healthy decisions. You've got to be making the decisions purposefully that keep yourself and others safe, just so that you are successful. So these are just key life skills, which is another reason we were very purposeful in choosing these values. If you're living up to them, if you're striving to live up to them, it is going to set you up for success in the future, because they are keys to adulthood. You cannot be a successful adult without filtering your decisions through these 3 ideas.
And lastly, what resources does Roseville have that can help our students achieve these core values?
That's a great question, and I like how you phrased it about achieving, because we know on any given day, anyone walks through our doors at a different level of how well they're going to do in living up to these values on a given day. There's something we want to strive for. So in terms of the resources we have, I would say the number 1 resource we have for all of you is any staff member here. If you feel you're struggling in living up to any one of these values, or just struggling in general, talk to any staff member that you feel you have a positive relationship with, that you feel they get along with. It could be a teacher, could be a parapro, could be a principal, could be a custodian, could be a secretary. It could be anyone, and we can connect you with further resources here at school. I think a thing everyone's got to understand, and you often forget, is that all of us that are adults that are working in schools have chosen to do this because we want to positively impact all of your lives, and we've dedicated our careers to that. And so all of us are here to help you. In terms of some specific resources, every student has a counselor, and our counseling office is full of resources. And our counselors are here to help you not only in your course selection, your career planning, but in guiding you through this. We can connect you with our student assistance specialists. We can connect you with our restorative staff. We can connect you with our school psychologists. We can even connect you with outside resources and personnel that we may not necessarily have in the building every day, but we have partnerships with to help those of members of our student body that are struggling maybe to make some healthy decisions, that are struggling with responsibility, that are struggling with feelings of safety. We recognize with the age that you're at, don't try and bear those burdens alone. Come to any of us for help, and we can connect you to resources that we have here. And if we don't have that resource, we can connect you with outside partners that we do have that can also help with it.